Hi, thank you for watching a new video blog. Eating raw meat is not just something that you do for health reasons, because it contains all the nutrients that you need, all the minerals, all the vitamins. It will fulfill you, and eat raw animal fat will make you strong and keep your brain healthy, keep you in a very high state, in a very happy state. It's one thing. It's of course it's healthy, but there's also a spiritual side to it, which people tend to forget. Because consuming raw meat is also spiritual uplifting. When you cook your meat, you basically kill it. And I do eat cooked meat once in a while, but I prefer it raw. Of course, I cannot eat raw meat the whole day or with dinner. I mean, you have a family, so you also need to adjust to it. And the best I can do is to eat cooked meat. I eat only cooked meat in the night. But there's really strong spiritual connection to eating raw meat. Because basically what you do is you take life. If you cook it, you kill the life. You will see also when you cook a steak or any other meat, it will turn like whitish gray, and it will start to become dry. All the life juice is getting out of the meat, and the more you cook it, the more this will happen. If you cook, for example, let's say a steak, if you cook it very shortly, there's just only like a dark crust on it, and the inside is still pretty raw. The more you do it, the more it will get dry, and it will become unpleasant to eat as well. Just imagine the steak when you bought it in the store or at a farm. It's better to buy directly from a farm. You see that it looks juicy. It's easy to chew, because if you will eat a steak raw, you notice that it's very easy to chew. It's not any hard to chew. And this will become difficult when you cook it. The more you cook it, the tougher it gets, and the more unpleasant it is to eat. Basically, you just ruin it, and you just basically kill the meat. So you're really eating dead meat. When you eat it raw, you're eating meat that is alive. Everything in the meat that you're consuming is alive. Bacteria, minerals, everything is alive. It's still alive. And that's where the spiritual part comes in, is that when you eat raw meat, you basically eat something that's alive. And the animal that you have slaughtered will be eating by you, will come into your body, is entering your DNA, whatever, your cells, and continues to live. So basically, people that say eating meat is like a Holocaust, or it's like it's you're a murderer. You know, these vegan people, they think that that slaughtering an animal is murdering them, but they don't understand. That's just a cycle. We eat them, they eat the grass eats the soil, and eventually it will all come back. We're in a circle. There's no hierarchy. That's just Darwinistic nonsense. But to eat raw meat isn't murdering at all. It is taking the life of the animal, the cow, the pig, the chicken, whatever, and it will continue in you. It's actually very beautiful, because it's a form of reincarnation. If you look at the word reincarnation, it has the word karn in it, and karne is meat. So it means that you return into meat. And that's basically what you do when you eat raw meat. You let the cells, the living cells of the animal, come into you. Your body will transform them in human cells. So you are part of nature. You're still a part of nature. You're still part of the cycle. You have the grass cells in you, because the cow, for example, transformed the grass into his own cells and his fat, and now we consume it, and we are grass, we are cow, we are nature. If you stop eating animal foods, if you stop eating animals at all, any animal product, you basically become civilized, and you will become not nature anymore. Because you'll eat all these processed foods where there is no life anymore. There's no life. Maybe the fruits that you eat give you some life, but eventually you will turn into a robot, into a zombie, and you're a living dead. Really, when you don't consume animal products, you become a living dead, a zombie. And that's also how these people tend to be when you talk to a vegetarian or more to a vegan, because vegetarians eat a lot of animal products like eggs and cheese if they're wise. They do this and butter, but a vegan, I must say, look to the vegans, they claim to not be eating any animal products at all, which most of the time isn't true. They cheat probably every day because you need animal cells, you need it to survive, and the spiritual part is what makes you feel good when you eat it, because you know, I do something that is nature, that is normal, and I convert the animal into myself, and I do something useful. I will help the other animals to have a great life, to eventually become meat for me and to return me. And that's a spiritual thing, because by doing so, if you give an animal a good life, and that's why I'm totally for organic farming, then you will get the good things, the happiness from the cow, and you will transcend above anything, above nature. And so I say, organic, you have to eat organic meats. I know it's difficult because unfortunately it's mostly expensive, but try to eat as much organic as you can, because when an animal has had the best life and hasn't had any stress, of course you will get this inside your body and you also will not experience any stress. If you eat conventional meats that have been grain fat, for example, not grass fat but grain fat, or maybe soy fat, that had vaccines, that indoors most of the time, that's not a good thing. That's not spiritual. That's just like I am against. So I do agree with the vegans on this part. You should eat organic meats as much as possible. I know it's mostly very difficult to do, but I do agree with them on this, that it's insane to eat these conventional meats because the animals have suffered, they have had stress. It's best to eat organic, natural, to eat wild animals, to go hunt, find a rabbit, shoot it, eat it, and that's of course the most natural for you. But eating raw meat is spiritual, because you take part in completely in nature, in the best part of nature. You eat clean, healthy animals that have an optimal life, were outdoors in the sun, they eat healthy grass, they transform it in their cells, and you take the cells, and that's something spiritual. You will get rewarded for doing so, and the reward is that you will become opener, you will become more spiritual, you will see nature, you slowly start to widen, your brain is getting rewarded, and it makes you want to eat more and more and more raw meat and to see reality for what it is. You will not have any depression or anxiety or anything else. You become a pleasant person, and that makes you more spiritual. And also I do think that you will connect with God and with for example with angels and all these other spiritual beings that will show you this life, the messages that you need to take into your other life and to give to other people, and you will become a pillar in this civilization. You become a natural pillar. You will become sort of a prophet to others, because you will show what nature is and how you live a supernatural life and how great it is to be so. You will get, of course, backlash by many people. Of course, the vegans, they're the worst. They give you a lot of backlash. Then we have the people that don't understand nature at all. They think they're natural. You will get a lot of backlash, and people will not understand it at all. But slowly, there's a group of people that will understand it, will see through the scams, and also become more spiritual and better people. So that was it for today. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.